Welcome to another podcast. I'm Nathan Ross.
I'm Melissa Ross.
And this is the After the Wreckage podcast. We've just finished our live Q&A Zoom.
We have, and we're just so eager to get more content out there because we're feeling like we're on a roll of really helping people, aren't we? So we thought, even though it's 11 o'clock at night UK time.
Again, it's night time. Our last one, our eyes were red and we were tired, but people loved our last one, so we're going to do some more.
And I've got my new glasses.
You got your new glasses? She's had to get glasses.
I've had to get glasses. I've turned 37 and I've had to get glasses.
Getting old.
Yeah.
Getting old. I'm 42, so I'm just
So yes,
old.
we were feeling inspired and we thought, do you know what? Let's get on and let's record another podcast. Let's get out there and help people.
So what we're talking about today, Melissa Ross?
5 ways to make your partner feel safe following infidelity.
Oh, that's a
So
good
we're
topic.
stripping it all back and we're getting practical today.
Okay, so we're going to give you 5 practical ways you as the man can make your wife...
Or woman,
but we're going to say man because we work with men and couples.
Yep.
To make your wife feel reassured, feel safe, feel secure. Most of all, feel seen.
why are you enunciating feel?
Because it's all about your wife feeling that this is all he's going to do to make me feel loved, cared for, cherished, and make me number one in his life. And these 5 things we're going to talk about is something that I did. These 5 things that I talk about and we talk about are what we speak to men and couples and tell them and talk to them about what to do.
We always like to keep it real and talk about experiences that we've had and things that have worked for us.
Yeah, and if you're just joining our After the Wreckage podcast, we are 3.5 years after our infidelity.
Our infidelity.
Your infidelity. I'm joking. I'm joking. My infidelity. And so we are coming at you from real world experience, as they say in the gaming community, real world.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not in the gaming community.
I'm not in the gaming community. I just know they say that.
Just keeping down with the kids.
I'm too cool for school. So, number 1, how does the man make his wife feel reassured after betrayal and infidelity? Number 1, transparency. Now, we've touched on this so much in our podcast, but I don't think people understand how important it is when we talk about transparency from the get-go. Now, when we say get-go, from our experience, when we've worked with couples, the get-go is when the man stops trick-or-treating and the ultimate knowing of what's gone on starts.
Yeah.
Because people go, oh, yeah, D-Day was 6 months ago, but we didn't start building until a year later because of the trick-or-treat.
Or D-Day was, however long ago, but loads of different things have come out since then.
So then D-Day happened again and happened again and happened again.
Because if you watch our last podcast, which we talked about trick-or-treat and the implications of that, then you'll know that it takes you right back to D-Day, and anything that you've done in the rebuild up until then is pretty fruitless.
So there's twofold for transparency. Number 1, the practical transparency, and number 2, not honesty but transparency.
Don't explain that for people who don't understand, because there is still some people that don't get the difference.
With honesty and transparency. Honesty is when your wife has to ask you the question and you give her the answer. You're being honest. Transparency is you telling her everything that she needs to know without having to ask you the question, and you're coming to her and telling her rather than her coming to you to ask the question.
There's a huge difference.
Massive difference. And if you are still wondering if what you should be doing, choose transparency. Okay?
As much as it's great to be honest, the transparent element of it takes the onus off of the victim and puts it onto the person who has committed the betrayal. I am the one now responsible for making you feel safe. It's not your job to keep yourself safe, asking me a barrage of questions.
So you know what I'm going to do to make you reassured? I'm going to be transparent and come to you and say, I see that you're feeling unhappy or feeling that you're triggered. What can I do? Is there a question you want to ask me? Or is there something you need to know? So that's that side of transparency, okay? Talking and being open about what's happened. The other side, the practical side, is phones, devices, social media, Live 360, Find My Phone, and all the practical things coming with that. So
and we did delve into that, just plugging our other podcast when we talked
you're plugging all podcasts today, aren't you?
when we talked about affairs in the digital age.
Oh yes, so
if you remember,
we talked into that as well. Yes, I do remember my beautiful wife.
If you were there,
if I was there. No, I wasn't. So there's 2 lots of transparency, but in regards to making sure that your wife wants to be reassured, not wants, needs to feel reassured, part of that is transparency. It's key. And if you're a man watching this podcast, and I will say it's quite a lot because I want men to watch this podcast, so please like and subscribe or share it to your husbands, then his first protocol should be transparency with opening up and being transparent with what's gone on and coming to you and asking you, are you feeling safe, seen and secure, as I nearly touched your bosom. And number two, it should also be about being open and honest with all devices, whereabouts, practically how can I be transparent that way so my wife doesn't forget or feel triggered about what's going on in closed doors.
And transparency kind of embodies the short-term rebuilding phase, doesn't it? We talk about different phases. Yeah. Transparency is key to get you from the short-term phase into the medium-term phase that we speak about.
Number two, how to make your wife reassured after betrayal. And this is a good one that you thought of and gave it a good heading. New habits. New habits. Because what tends to happen is, you know he's changed, and I mean not in a good way. You don't know who he is anymore.
Yeah.
You've probably asked that. You've said that to him. I don't know who you are anymore. You're not the person I've met.
We spoke about this just on our Q&A. Yeah. Somebody came with a question about not recognising their partner anymore.
Yeah. And so what you're looking to do as a man is create a new habit or habits, create new behaviour. Most of all, create a new version of yourself.
What we're not trying to do is mimic who the person that we were or that you were during the infidelity. Any indicators that you are still that man will be a huge trigger for your partner.
Yeah. And can I just say, these new habits have to be authentic.
Yes.
They can't be just performance-based.
Or a tick box exercise.
Yeah. And this is what so many men struggle with, and this is with the work I do with men.
Yeah.
You have to become authentically the new you. And she will see through you if you're doing it from a performance base or from a tick box exercise. How do you create new habits and become authentically you? By becoming more emotionally aware. We call it ACE. Awareness, clarity, that equals empathy. Okay, you have to become aware, you have to seek clarity on what she's feeling and why she's feeling that. Then you have to understand and create empathy by doing the awareness and clarity. You didn't know that, did you?
He's blown me away.
You love me even more now?
I couldn't love you anymore.
Oh, well done. Yes, ick, as we say. So, if you want to switch off now, we understand why. Okay. So, new habits, new behaviours, new mindset, new way he approaches, the new anchored, emotionally peaceful man.
And I'll just add on to that. You anticipating your wife's triggers and thinking about those and changing potentially your old habits that were triggering in order to make your partner feel safe. Let me give you an example. Nathan's infidelity was to do with our gym and a person in the gym. And triggers for me were, in particular, places or gyms that you had been to with your affair partner. Yeah. So without me having to ask, part of our rebuild was that you came to me and said, I am no longer going to go to this gym, or this gym.
At that certain time as well.
At that specific time. But you weren't going to go to them anyway. But I'm just saying, you decided that off your own back without me having to say, I am not going to go to these gyms because I understand that that will be a trigger for you.
I think the biggest trigger was the 5 a.m. thing.
Yeah.
Getting up at 5 a.m. because I used to get up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym.
But I'll be honest, what embodied the whole situation was the fact of you recognising that trigger on my behalf.
Yeah.
And me not having to come to you and say, well, actually, no, if I'm not really comfortable with you doing that. Yeah. That was a huge thing for me. And that was definitely part of me seeing that you were becoming this new man because you were being very consistent about wanting to develop new habits.
Yeah. So it's really key. So number one is transparency. Number two is new habits, becoming authentically the man that creates new habits, new mindset. One of the biggest things, and again, me and my wife spoke about this before we came on here, it was about I'm at a place now where I have so much peace. Mm-hmm. I'm this new version of me now that I have this innate peace and this internal dialogue of I'm not rushing, I'm not looking to seek external validation, I'm not looking to people please, I'm not looking to be this person that I wish I could be, I'm not looking to be anything apart from bringing peace and clarity into my relationship.
I remember a long time ago, you mentioned not liking the word contentment.
Oh, yeah.
Because you felt like it was another word for I'm stale.
Failure, yeah,
and I'm stale and I'm happy. I'm happy as I am and I don't want to progress any further. And you spoke about actually having a real level of contentment now with your life, which is nice to hear.
I would call it a greater peace.
Yeah.
It's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
Number 3, accountability. Accountability. What does accountability look like? As a man, you need men. And I say this to every man I speak to because it can become quite lonely. Because this new version of you, this new behaviour of you, you're getting rid of old people, old friends, old ways of doing things. But also you're changing and you're realising and seeing things that you wouldn't see before. And so you need to start to become accountable to other men. Or a lot of people do therapy. A lot of men use me as their accountability partner through therapy. But it's actually having confidence in sharing with other people without being judged. Okay, accountability is probably the biggest reason why men fail in life. Because they're not holding themselves accountable to themselves, but also to other men.
It can be difficult to find a confidant when you're in a situation that you don't really want to share with the outside world about your infidelity, which is why a therapist can be very crucial in that process, because that's somebody who is very unbiased and non-judgmental. However, if you do have a close person that you feel like you can trust, that you can offload to, that isn't going to be judgmental, that isn't going to take sides or potentially see the situation from a unbiased point of view, then absolutely utilise that person, because having that level of accountability where somebody else is on your journey with you is going to be so much better for you when you're trying to rebuild yourself and make yourself into that new person. Definitely.
So accountability is number 3, and that's a big yes for
Who did you use for accountability?
Well, I had therapy, didn't I? So I went for therapy, and now I've got a friend called Fred. Fred the friend. That we see each other and we go for coffees every week and we hold each other accountable.
You are, and it's an old cliche, but you are very much measured by the people that you associate with or you choose to associate with. If you're still in a circle where the infidelity is minimised or potentially joked about or it's not taken seriously, are they going to be the best people to take you on your journey of rebuilding? Potentially not.
Definitely.
So I'd rethink your circle if you're in situations where the people that you are around are not holding you accountable to your behaviour and wanting you to become better.
Yeah, and if you've got friends that knew about your infidelity
and let you do it and carry on,
you need to change friends. Number 4, reassurance, and we've put words of affirmation, and I'm going to put something on top of this: clear vision.
Yeah, so it kind of links to the love languages if you know about those.
Yeah, but what we're expressing when it comes to reassurance and words of affirmation and clear vision is that your wife, at this time of betrayal, can't see what the future holds. Your words have no power because you said you loved her even though you're doing infidelity and having infidelity, and you're saying all the love things with love bombing and all that. So there was times where whatever you said now will mean nothing. Does that mean you should stop? No. If your
That's huge. Can I just pause there and slow you down on that?
Like,
just because your wife isn't going to believe the words that you say during the rebuild, especially in the interim period, doesn't mean that you should stop saying them.
No.
The minute you do that, you're abandoning her in her feelings, in her need for reassurance, and you're proving to her that you are still that same man that will turn his back and walk away.
Definitely.
So just because your wife isn't going to believe you, which she isn't.
And she doesn't need to.
And she doesn't need to. Just because she's not going to believe you or give you some kind of reward or reaction back doesn't mean that you should stop doing it. That's huge. If Nathan had stopped trying to reassure me in the short-term phase of rebuilding when I genuinely didn't believe a word he said, I don't know that we would have got to this point.
Ooh. I don't believe you.
Truth bomb.
How? And then, also, but when it comes to reassurance, is reassuring your wife what the future looks like. So many men have this thing of living day by day and just trying to prove to you, when the reality is you're not trying to fix your relationship, you're trying to fix you. And on the other side of that is you need, as a man, need a clear vision of where you're taking your relationship. What does the future look like for your relationship? Because when you had betrayal and you caused infidelity, your wife got foggy, she doesn't know what the future looks like, she was blindsided, she can't think of what clear anymore. You need to bring a clear vision by giving her reassurance. This is what the future looks like. I am going to be this man. This is where we're going to be in 3 years. I'm going to be this man that sits in your pain, understands your pain, and help you through this pain by looking and focusing on a clear vision. So that's really going to help with reassurance and the words of affirmation.
And the ripple effect of that, once you've healed yourself, is that if your wife is willing to go on that journey with you, then you can rebuild something really beautiful. And when we talk about rebuilding, it isn't trying to fill in the cracks of what you were, it's becoming a whole new version.
Definitely.
Sometimes your posts get misinterpreted. I read one just where somebody had misinterpreted your post and talked about the fact that you can't rebuild something that's broken, you've got to become something new. Clearly hadn't read the post properly, because that was what you were trying to say. Yeah. We're never advocating trying to put band-aids or plasters over a broken relationship. You've got to completely strip everything back, knock the brick wall down completely, so to speak, and rebuild it with a solid foundation. We're not trying to be any kind of altered version of what we used to be, because that doesn't work. It's you can't repair over the cracks.
No. And last but not least, number 5 ways to make your wife become reassured in the future and the relationship is consistency. Consistency. Yeah. If you're a man who has caused betrayal and infidelity, you've become inconsistent in your word. You've not become a man of your word. You've not become a man of integrity. And most of all, you have let your wife down to a certain point that she doesn't believe you'll say what you're going to do. And so consistency in showing up, in making your wife feel seen, she's a priority, making sure she's being heard, that you understand her triggers, being fully transparent, giving her words of affirmation, giving her a clear vision. Most of all, consistency in you becoming your man of your word, being accountable to you, being disciplined in making the right choices that you need to make for you will be the biggest thing that your wife will notice, that you are becoming a new man.
This comes up quite often when people ask us about how long the rebuild process takes.
Yeah.
And that is entirely down to the level of consistency.
Yeah.
So people are able to rebuild their relationship within a matter of weeks. We've had clients this week that have come to us and said within a matter of 3 to 4 weeks of having sessions with us, they really feel like they're starting to reconnect again because of consistency.
Yeah.
We also have people who have been in relationships and are trying to rebuild, and they're years down the line and they still haven't gotten to a point of emotional connection because of the lack of consistency.
Yeah. Consistency is the killer. Okay.
Or the key.
Consistency is the key or the killer. It's like 11:30. You're quick. I'm like 11:30. I'm tired.
I'm just reeling it off today.
I'm ready for the party. I'm like, man, you're quick today. So consistency is the killer or the key.
Yeah.
And that's really important for you men watching this, that you are consistent in your actions and being the steadfast, anchored man that your wife needs while she's on this emotional roller coaster, hoping to heal, overcome triggers, trauma, pain. And it's really important that you do that. So let's recap the 5 ways to make your wife feel reassured after betrayal. Number 1, we have transparency. Number 2, we have creating new habits. Number 3, we've got accountability. Number 4, we've got words of affirmation and reassurance, clear vision. Number 5, consistency. I really like that. That's a good little table of a good little refresher, but also a toolkit.
Yeah.
And if you're watching this is a toolkit, guys. This is a toolkit to help you. If you need to take this to your husband and go, watch this. This is what I need you to do. Watch this. And if you're a man watching this after your betrayal, we can help you go even in depth more on this.
We have lots of women DM us say that my partner isn't ready for therapy, or he doesn't want to have therapy. Yeah. That's absolutely fine. It's not going to be effective if you're not open to it anyway. No. But this might be something that you could offer, which is, less intense.
Yeah. Guys, we want to say thank you for watching. We need your help. We need their help.
We need their help.
We need you to subscribe, if I can talk properly. We need you to like. We need you to comment, okay? If you found this video helpful, please comment. If you like what we do and with the rebuild and repairing, if you follow us on Facebook and Instagram, please put it in the comments. Love your work. Please subscribe. Share this to people that you know that it might help. Most of all, guys, your comments push this forward. So please comment on this. And out of everything, we appreciate you for watching. We appreciate you for supporting us on this journey.
We want to reach out to as many people as we can, and for our message to be spread as far and wide as possible that rebuilding is, it can happen.
Yep.
And we are really committed in helping people as much as we can. We're happy to share our story. We're very open and honest about the rebuilding that we've done as a couple and what we've managed to achieve. And hopefully we're reaching a lot of other couples as well.
Definitely. So this is the After the Wreckage podcast. I'm Nathan Ross.
I'm Melissa Ross.
And we will speak to you soon. Bye-bye.